Now at 6 on Connecticut's news station, the mystery in Deep River, a person found dead inside a home, the possible link to a pair of crimes in a neighboring state.
Plus, police in Bridgeport on alert this morning after 5 shootings in just a matter of hours over the weekend. What we know about each incident and how officers are responding.
And honoring those who gave their lives for our freedom. People across Connecticut taking time to remember our heroes with a host of events happening this Memorial Day.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for being with us on this last Monday of May. Can you believe that it's also Memorial Day, of course? I'm Angelo Bavaro.
And I'm Symphony Privet. Thank you for joining us. Let's get you straight over to meteorologist Matt Scott this morning with a look at the Memorial Day forecast.
After a couple of really good days this holiday weekend, today is the least of the 3 with a couple rounds of rain, I should say, and second one may actually have a little impact. Few showers out there around mid-morning, mainly on the western side of the state, holding together 70, low 70s, all we're going to see for temperatures today, thanks to the fog now and the thick clouds later on. The fog now reducing visibility to around a quarter mile in the Naugatuck Valley, also along the shoreline. It's not great. Rest of the state's a little better. Higher in the sky, more clouds. There's that little rain we're talking about, but there are some thunderstorms with it clipping just down to the south. So Ridgefield canceled their parade for this morning. Check with your local town's organization. See, especially on the western side, if those parades are going to step off for Memorial Day, because obviously with lightning and thunder, you obviously don't want people outside. If it was just going to be just rain, we'd go, okay, but that's not going to be the case. Groton's cloudy, it's humid, 63 with the dew point up there as well. Hartford, 67 with the dew point in the 60s. Here comes later on's main event. Look at the afternoon into the evening, right around dinner time. It really lights up. So we'll be watching for that for some heavy rain potential. Numbers-wise, let's call it around 70. That's it. It's cloudy. Fog now, storms later on, with the opportunity of some strong stuff. We'll be watching the radar later on. We'll talk about the forecast for the week coming up in a few minutes. Right now, let's check traffic here, Symphony.
Alrighty, thank you, Matt. So far, it's been a pretty smooth commute, and you can see, hey, there aren't many people on the road, so no complaints for the folks who do have to get up and drive this morning. There is a crash out in Old Lyme. It's happening on 95 southbound between exit 71 and 70. Right now, the right lane is closed in that area. Much smoother conditions here in the capital city. No delays reported on 91, 84, or Route 2. And down in New Haven, we're starting to see some of the fog clear up in some parts of the city this morning. If you do come across an area with the dense fog, make sure you have your lights on and there's enough distance between your vehicle and the one in front of you. Let's wrap with a quick look at our New Haven drive times. Minor delay reported on 95 South heading to Bridgeport. Otherwise, should be smooth sailing for you.
This morning, a Massachusetts man is in custody after police say he killed a man in Connecticut and then went on a stabbing spree south of Boston. Yeah, police say in total he hurt 7 people and 2 dogs on Saturday. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin joining us live in Deep River this morning with a breakdown of this complicated timeline. Brooke, what have you learned?
Well, the series of events spanned across more than 100 miles in 2 states in just 4 hours, according to police. But Massachusetts law enforcement say that they do have that suspect in custody, and that is 26-year-old Jason Ravizza from Martha's Vineyard originally. Now, this all began here in Deep River on Saturday around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Police say they were called to the usually pretty quiet neighborhood for a disturbance. When they arrived, officers found a person dead. Now, it's unclear how they died. That victim's name has not been released at this time. Neighbors say they have, however, heard a lot of arguing coming from that yard.
She overheard them really, really loud voices. She could not understand what they were arguing about, but they were upset.
Now, we should note the Connecticut State Police have not named Ravizza as a suspect. That information came to us from a police source at the Fox affiliate in Boston 25. Now, fast forward less than 3 hours later to a movie theater in Braintree, Massachusetts. Police say Ravizza walked right past that ticketing counter and into a theater that was showing a Disney movie. He went to the seats behind 4 young girls, stabbed each of them at least once, and then ran away. Those girls range from ages 9 to 17 years old. They are all expected to recover recover from their physical injuries, according to their mother. She said that the suspect was laughing the entire time that he was stabbing them. Police say Ravizza fled the theater in a black Porsche and went to a McDonald's in Plymouth, which is only about 30 minutes from that theater. Investigators say that he reached into the drive-through window and stabbed an employee in the arm, then parked the car, went inside, and stabbed another employee. He then drove away from that scene as well, but both employees are expected to be okay. Now, with the help of a witness reporting his license plate there at that McDonald's, police caught up with Ravizza only 15 minutes later in the town of Sandwich. That's heading into Cape Cod. Ravizza crashed his car during the chase with state police and was taken into custody. Now, Ravizza is expected to be in court for the first time in Massachusetts tomorrow morning. That's going to be facing multiple charges, including assault with a deadly weapon and assault with the intent to murder. But right now, it's unclear when he'll be facing any sort of charges in Connecticut, as again, they have not actually named him as the official suspect in that death investigation here in Deep River. Live in Deep River, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A lot going on with this case. We'll have to check back in. Brooke, thank you so much.
Already 6:06 now. The chief of police in Bridgeport says he is deeply concerned and saddened after at least 5 shootings in a 5-hour period. We're breaking it down for you this morning. The first shooting happened around 8 Saturday night at the P.T. Barnum housing community. A 22-year-old man was shot in the hand and leg. Nearly 3 hours later, another 22-year-old man told police he was shot walking near a school on Ezra Street. We are told his injuries are serious. That report came in just a few minutes after another shooting at the Barnum houses. A 21-year-old was hit in the lower back. Then at 12:35 yesterday morning, police learned of a shooting on Holly Street that wounded a 28-year-old woman who was simply driving by. She told officers someone in another car shot her in the face and neck. Yikes. The last incident, shots rang out at a basketball court. Again, near the Barnum housing community, a 21-year-old man was shot in the leg. Now, no one has been arrested so far in any of these incidents. The police chief is pleading with the community for help. He said in a statement, quote, "We are fully committed to finding those responsible for these senseless acts of violence. We have increased patrols in the affected areas and are working around the clock to gather information and follow up on leads," end quote.
Police in Naugatuck tell us they are investigating an untimely death. Officers responding to a report of a gunshot at a home on Goldfinch Lane Saturday night. They found one person there dead and another person injured. That injured person was rushed to the hospital. We're told their injuries are non-life-threatening. A firefighter was sent to the hospital after being injured on the job Saturday afternoon. This happened in Plainfield while he was battling a house fire on Norwich Road. Multiple fire departments responded to help put out those flames. They were able to knock them down within an hour's time. We are waiting to learn the extent of that firefighter's injuries, but we're told all people inside escaped unharmed. The Plainfield Fire Marshal is now investigating what exactly caused that fire.
A great show of support in Seymour as parade goers lined the street to honor our fallen heroes. Marching bands stepped to the beat of the drum and had the youngest viewers dancing along. The red, white, and blue flew high over the route as parade goers in Seymour honored the servicemen and women who died in battle. The sun was shining, making it a perfect weather day for a parade. There was also a parade in Portland featuring the high school marching band, the Connecticut Blues, Fife, and Drum Corps, and the Great Hill Mountain Band. Singers Dan Clark and Karen Johans-Myers serenaded the crowd with patriotic songs like Yankee Doodle. And there are many more parades set for today across the state. We have that information for you here on air. You can also find a guide to all of them on our website, fox61.com.